The first thing you need to do is you need to go to aplusstudents.com. You need to go to this website and you need to log in, right, to the website. You need to select math as your subject. Then you need to select your grade level. Your grade level is grade 9s. And the topic for today is linear inequalities. Okay. Linear inequalities. Okay. Linear inequalities. And the chapter for today is, I'll just give you the chapter. The chapter is 8 and the lesson number is 1. The chapter number is 8 and the lesson number is lesson number 1. And the name of the lesson is, does x comma y, that is a point, a coordinate, satisfy the given inequality? Satisfy the inequality. Okay. Looking at, let's do this. Let's go to chapter 8, lesson number 1. Okay. So once beyond this, let me define you what linear is, right? The term linear is used again and again, but we need to see what a linear is. Okay. Before doing this, let's see what we have. Either we have an equation. Equation means it's equal, or it can have an inequality, right? So what happens in an equation and an inequality is, inequality equation would always have an equal sign, where an inequality could be greater than, less than, greater than equal, or less than equal, right? The rule for inequality is that the open end is always towards the larger value, right? So we are looking at linear, what linears are, right? So let's do some examples over here of equations. If I say 2x plus 3, if I have an equation y is equals to x square plus 3x plus 5, or if I have the equation y is equals to 1 upon x, right? We have these equations over here. How do we differentiate between a linear equation and a non-linear equation, right? Because this topic, the name of the topic is linear inequalities. So we would see what basically are linear, and we have non-linear, right? Anything that is linear is all linear means straight. So anything that forms a straight line would always be linear. For non-linear, it would always make a curve. Okay. So any shape of the curve would always be non-linear. The linear equation we have is y is equals to mx plus c, right? This is the equation of a straight line. So what we need to remember is, whenever it's a linear, the, the exponent of y and x has to be 1. Whenever the exponent of x and y is 1, it would always be linear. If it's any other value other than 1, then it becomes a non-linear. Okay. So what we can see over here is, this is y exponent 1 and x exponent 1. That means the first equation is linear, right? But when we look at this, x had an exponent of 2. That means it is something other than 1. That means it would always form a curve. Any other exponent other than 1 would always form a curve. How about the third equation? Y is equals to 1 upon x, right? What we can see is y has an exponent 1, but x also has exponent 1. There is a rule for this. The exponents considered have to be in the numerator. We cannot consider it in the denominator, right? So what we need to do is, can this equation be written as y? This equation is y exponent 1, x to the power minus 1, right? This is not equal to 1. That means this is also a curve. So the term that we are using, linear over here, linear inequalities. That means it will always form a straight line. And an equation or an inequality that forms a straight line is when the exponents of the variable are 1. It cannot be any other value, right? If the exponent is 1, that means it's a linear. Okay. So let's look at the question and let's see how would be. The first question says, does the point, this given point or the coordinate, a point is also known as a coordinate. Okay. For the question number 1, okay, the point is also, the word point on the xy axis is also known as a coordinate. It is also known as a vertex. Okay. So these are the synonyms that can be used, right? Point, coordinate, or the vertex are exactly the same. What they are saying is, if a point given to us, would it satisfy this inequality? When a point is given to us, that is 10 comma 8, that means it is always written in the form x comma y. We can say the value of x is 10 and the value of y is 8. Agreed? This is the representation. It's always x comma y. Okay. We consider the x-axis first, then the y-axis. Whenever we need to check whether this is satisfying, that means we need to substitute. What is the sign do we have in the middle? This sign over here, right? And we can read this inequality as y is greater than, either greater than or equal to 9x plus 4, right? So if it was written as y and 9x plus 4, right? All we need to do is, when we need to check whether this is satisfying or not, we need to substitute the values of x and y. And the answer should come the same. It should be greater than equals to. If the left side of the inequality comes out to be greater than the right side, this is the this is always the left hand side, and this is also always the right hand side, right? Because the left hand inequality says the left hand side is greater. Let's put down the values. What is the value of y? The value of y was 8. It should be greater than equals to 9. What is the value of x? X was 10. And the constant comes as it is, right? So can we say 8 should be, it should be greater than 90 plus 4. So we can say that 8 should be greater than 94. Is this true or false? This statement is false, right? Because 8 cannot be greater. 8 has to be less than 94, right? So when it is a false statement, we say the point 10 comma 8 does not satisfy the inequality. Okay. All we need to do is substitute the values into the inequality, and at the result, we see whether the given condition is true here or not. We just need to see if the condition is true, that means it is satisfying the inequality. If it's not true, that means it is not satisfying the inequality. Moving on to the next question, question number 2. Okay, I'll just copy the next question. Okay, and it says, okay, for question number 2, it says, does this point make the inequality true, right? Let me, because it looks like yx x plus 4, right? But this is not yx, it's just a typing error. It is from here till here. This is given as the inequality, okay? The word y is with inequality. Okay, so we have the point 10 comma, so can we say this is the value of x and this is the value of y? Let's put down these values into the inequality and let's see whether it's true or not. Okay, just move this ahead. Okay, If x was 10, can we replace the value of x by 10? This x can be replaced by 10 plus 4 times the value of y. The y was 4. It should be greater than 12. Agreed? So can we say 10 plus 4 times 4 is 16 should be greater than 12. So finally we can say that yes, 26 is greater than 12. The open end of the shape of the inequality is always the bigger value. So we can say 26 is greater than 12, or the reverse, we can say 12 is less than 26. Is this sign true? Because the original sign in the question was given as this, and this is also true, right? This is true, 26 is greater. So we can say this statement comes out to be true. And the final answer we can say the point 10 comma 8 satisfies the inequality, because it is proving that the left hand side of the equation is greater than the right hand side. This was the left hand side of the equation was greater than the right hand side. Okay, I'm just writing LHS for the left hand side and RHS for the right hand side of the equation. Okay, do we have any other questions? If we have any question, please let me know so that we do it before moving on to the next. Okay, let's see the next question. No questions? Okay, let's move ahead with the next question, question number 3. And in question number 3 it says, is this inequality a solution of this? This is question number 3. We have the values of x and y, right? We can say x was 7 and we can say y was 7 as well. For the given inequality, we can substitute these values, right? So we can say y was 7, y can be replaced by a 7, should be greater than equals to 8 multiplied by x plus 8. And what was the value of x? X was 7, right? So can we say 7 is greater than equals to 8 times 7 is 50 plus 8, and 56 plus 8 is 64. So can we say 7 is greater than equals to 64? Is this statement true? This is a false statement because this is not true over here, right? So what we say is, if this statement is false, then we say that 7 comma 7 does not satisfy the given inequality. Okay, it only satisfies when it proves the sign of the inequality to be true. Okay, so what we are doing is we are just substituting the values and we are looking at the sign. If it's true, then it's okay. If it's not true, then we say it does not satisfy. Okay, moving ahead to the next question. Let's see what they're asking us in the next. I would want you people to do it along with me so that you can answer before me. Okay. Okay. This is given to us. The question number 4 states that, let me just write, does this point, that is 6, that is the value of x, and 9 is the value given of y. Okay. 9 is the given value of y for us. What they are asking us, if this given inequality, that is read as 2x plus 19y, is the closer end is towards 19y, right, is less than equals to 16, or when we read this on from the other side, we say 16 is greater than equals to 2x plus 19y. So let's substitute the values. We substitute the value of x, we substitute the value of y, which should be less than equals to 16. So value of x was given as 6 and the value of y was given as 9. We know that 2 times 6 is 12 plus 19 times 9 should be a very huge number, 171, right? Is it less than equals to 16? 121 plus 12, right? It comes out to be 183. If I say one, if I'm saying 2 is less than 1, you would always say it's false, right? Similarly, I cannot say 183 is less than equals to 16, right? If the left side came out to be 16 and 16, then we can still say it's equal because we also have an equal sign, right? But this is coming out to be 183 is not, right? The statement is false. So what we can say is 6 comma 9 does not satisfy or justify the given inequality. Today we are just looking at what coordinates will justify the given inequality, okay? So moving ahead to the next question. In order to justify or satisfy, it should be equal, right? It should be true. So let's try the next question. Question number 5. So the question number 5 that we have is, it says this statement, and I'll just realign this. Is this true or false? Okay. They're asking us this. So question number 5. What will we do? What we do is simply substitute the points. We know x is 2 and y is 10. So what we do is we simply start substituting the values of x and y, and let's see whether it's true or not. So y given was 10. We can write 10. This is a greater sign. Y is greater. That means 10 should be greater than 3x plus 3. And the value of x was, we know that the value of the x given in the coordinate is 2. So we substitute 2 over here. So can I write this as 10 is greater than 6 plus 3? That means 10 is greater than 9. Agreed? And this is true, right? This is true. So the coordinate 2 comma 10 satisfies the given inequality. That means it is true. That means this point lies on this inequality. Or if we replace the inequality sign with an equation, that means this point will lie on this line or within this range of this line, okay? Whenever we have inequalities greater less than, that means we are shading some regions. It could be greater than, if I'll give you an example. If I am teaching in the class and we have a test, right, out of 20. So one of the students asked me, sir, what is the minimum marks, right? So if I say everyone got above 12, that means the marks obtained were greater than 12, right? But if I would say the minimum is 12, that means it could be 12 or more than 12, right? Greater than equal. Or if I said everyone got more than 12, that means it cannot be 12. More than 12 means it could be 13, 14, and so on. That means it is satisfying, okay? Moving ahead to the next question, it says, just a minute, please. Does the point satisfy the inequality? And question number 6 states this. This is question number 6. Let's see what we can do in question number 6. Can anyone answer before I'm done? We know that the value of x was 7 and the value of y was 3. So y can be substituted by a 3 and x would be 7, right? So we can write this as 5x plus 8y should be greater than 1. Agreed? So what was the value of x? X was 7 and this was 3. 7 times 5 is 35, which shows it's already greater, right? But let's simplify. Plus 24. Okay. 35 24 is 59 is greater than 1. Is this statement true? Is 59 greater than 1? Yes, it is true, right? So we said this statement is true and the given point 7 comma 3 does satisfy the given inequality. So whenever it's true, we just write it satisfies. When the inequality sign is not true, that means the left hand side of the equation is greater than the right hand side of the equation, and that is true in this case, right? So they're just asking us whether it satisfies or not. We are in this particular lesson, we are not looking at how to show that they satisfy or how to construct them on the graph. We just need to show it by the working. Substitute the values. If it's true, we say it's fine, it does satisfy. If it's false, we say it does not satisfy. Okay. Moving ahead with the next question we have is question number 7. And the question number 7 states that, okay, just a minute, please. Okay. Any questions, Nick? Any question regarding this? Okay, no? Okay, let's move ahead. The next question says, the question number 7, it says the given point is 6 comma 3. Okay, that means the values of x and y are given. We need to show that this given point or the coordinate would satisfy the given inequality. Let's simply substitute. 6 plus 16 times y should be greater than 15, right? Or we can say the other way around. 15 is less than x plus 16y. And the value of y was 3. We can already see that 16 plus 6 is already 16 and 6 are already greater than y, right? But we are multiplying it by 3 as well, right? So that means it should be greater. So we can write this as 6 plus 48 is greater than 15. Yes, it is. That means 54 is greater than 15. Do we agree on this? Yes, this is a true statement. Okay, so finally we say that the point or the coordinate or the vertex 6 comma 3 satisfies the inequality, the given inequality in the question. Okay, we're just looking at whether it is justifying or not. You're not looking at any other thing right now. Okay, so question number 8 would state that, moving ahead to the next question, it says, does 4 comma 10 make the inequality true? Does it make it true or false? Okay, so we have the next question with us, which is this. I'll just pick down the inequality, write it down. Let's say if this is the question given to us, question number 8, let's see whether the inequality makes the statement true or false. Okay, so what we need to do is, whenever we need to verify an inequality, we just need to Substitute, right? 4 is the value of x and 10 is the value of y, right? So can I say 10 should be greater than 2 times x plus 2, right? So x was 4. Can I say 10 is greater than 2 times 4 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10? Is the left hand side of the equation greater than the right hand side? Is this statement true? No, this is false statement. Why? Because the left hand side of the equation is equal to the right hand side, right? And but in the question it is given as greater. The left side should be greater. So this is a false statement. And what we write is the given point 4 comma 10 is false or does not satisfy the given inequality, right? Because the statement is false. If it would have been equal, then we would say it's true, right? So let's look at another example. Okay, you try to answer before me. Okay, just give me a true or a false. Okay, so for question number 9, it says, I'll just redo it. Okay, this is question number 9. Does the point, that is x comma y, satisfy the given inequality? Let's substitute. Y was 5, which should be, this is read as, y is greater than equal. Hi, well, for those who are joining late, what we are doing is we are doing linear inequalities, and we need to find whether this. Yes, thank you so much for the. Okay, I'll just do this. You're saying this is true, right? For the question number 9. Okay, for question number 9, right? Let's see. We say y is substituted with and 5 is multiplied by x plus 2, right? The value of x was 3. So can we say 5 should be greater than equals to 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2. So is 5 greater than equals to 17? Which number is greater? Is 5 greater or 17 greater? We can see that 17 is greater, right? It should be written. So this is false, right? This statement should be false because we know that 17 is greater than 15, right? It's greater than 5. So that means the given point, that is 3 comma 5, that's not does not satisfy the given inequality. Does not satisfy the inequality, okay? Because it is false. The statement is not true, okay? Moving ahead to the next question, let's see what they're asking us. They're saying the given point and an inequality is given to us. Is this a solution to the equation? Question number 10. Okay, they're asking whether this point is a solution to this equation. So what we can do is we can simply substitute the values of x and y. right? So what would be this? If we replace this by 7, a plus sign comes as it is, and y was 1, and we read this inequality as it should be greater or equal to 8, right? It can be either greater or equal because we have an equal sign also, right? So can we say 8 on the left hand side, right, should be greater than equals to 8 on the right hand side, right? 8 cannot be greater, right? See, look, let's look at the example number 8. What happened in question number 8 was we did not have an equal sign in the middle, right? There was no equal sign. That's why this was 10 is not greater than 10, right? That was a false statement in question number 8. But when we look at question number 10, right, it's still 8 equals to 8. Both the numbers are same. On the left hand side and the right hand side, we have the same numbers. Only difference is that we have an equal sign given also over here. Okay, we have an equals also. It could be, this is read as greater than or equal to, right? So this part of the statement is true, right? It can be equal. So we would say that this is a true statement. And that means that the point 7 comma 1 is a solution to the given solution to the inequality, to the given inequality. It just needs to justify any condition. It could have been greater. The left hand side could have been any number than more than 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Any number still justifies. But if it's equal to the right hand side, it's the same number, but we have an equal sign also, right? So it's not greater than, but it is equals to. Okay. So if any of the two conditions is met, we say it's true. Okay. Any questions till now? Any confusions? I want to do maximum questions with you people so that you would be able to do the test as well. We'll do a few questions from the test. Also, let's move to question number 11. Okay, a question or two more, then we do the test. Okay. Okay, let's say if the inequality is given as this. Okay, let's resize this. Okay, this is question number 11. Okay, they're asking us whether it's true or false. Okay, so is it true? Is it false? How do we identify? We identify simply by substitution. Y was 2, we substitute y. So 2, since the inequality of y is less than 2x plus 2, this becomes 2 goes with 2 plus 2. That means 2 is less than, we substitute the value of x, that was 1. So what is 2 times 1? That is 2 plus 2. And the final answer should be 2 is less than 4. Can we say that 2 is less than 4? Is it true statement or is it a false statement? Is the number 2 less than 4? Yes, it is. This is a true statement. Thank you. Okay, so we can say 1 comma 2 satisfies the given inequality. Right? Do we agree on this? That we are reading this as 2 is less than 4, or we are reading this as 4 is greater than 2. If we read from this side, we say 4 is greater than 2. If we read from this side, we say 2 is less than 4. So either of the statements is correct, right? Moving ahead to the next question. So the next question we have is, it says, does the given point satisfy the given inequality? Question number 12. Okay, let's see. This is question number 12. Can I have an answer to this? We know that we have the values of x and y. X was 7 and y was 6. So we simply substitute. So can we say that 7 plus twice into y should be greater than equals to 20, and y was 6. So 7 plus 2 times 6 is 14 should be greater than equals to 20. Is 7 plus 14 greater than 20? 7 plus 14 is 21. Yes, it is greater than equals to 20. See, if one condition is satisfied, we do not want to, if there are two conditions over here, 21 is greater than 20 or 21 is equals to 20. 21 is equals to 20 is not satisfied, right? But one of the condition that was greater than, it is satisfied. So we simply say that this is a true statement. Agreed? Why is it true? That 21 is greater than 20. And therefore the point 7, 6 does satisfy the inequality because the statement was true. Okay, so let's try some questions from the test and let's answer them together. Let's open up the test. Okay, I just clicked on the test and then we'll see what can be done. First question from the test. Let's begin. We'll have the same question and let's see how many questions are there. There's just simply 14 questions, okay? So we just need to put down the values 14 times. And a very simple question that says, okay, this is the first question we have. And it's simply asking us whether yes or no. We just need to give an answer in yes or no. This was question number 1 from the. Can anyone give me the answer whether it's true or false? The question says, does the point 7, 6 satisfy the inequality? And the inequality given is x plus 2y is greater than equals to 20, right? So all we need to do is substitute the values. Let's substitute. Okay, let's put down the values. Please tell me whether it's true or false. If it's true, we'll say yes. If it's not true, we'll say false, right? Let's do it together. Okay. So can we say x was 7 and y was 6, right? We did a very similar question recently, right? Plus 2 times the value of y should be greater than equals to 20. Y was 6. And we know that 7 plus, 12. 6 times 2 is 12. Should be greater than 20. And we say 21 is greater than equals to 20. That is true, right? Does this satisfy? So what should we say? Yes or no? Whenever it's true, that means yes, it does satisfy, right? So the first inequality, the answer would be yes, it does satisfy. Okay. No, this is 19, sorry. This is not 20. My bad. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did. Sometimes we, my mistake. This is 19. Why am I writing 21? See, you did not tell me. So it does not satisfy. No, right? And this, see, why did I write 14? This was 12. This is 19. Does not. This is 19. This is false. See, sometimes this is does not. Okay? Apologies for that. You should tell me, like, if I'm doing, if I had 7 and 6, I did 2 times 6 is 12. It does not. Thank you for letting me know. Okay? That means you people are looking. Okay? Sorry for that. Writing error. Okay? Thank you. The next one we have is, does the next one would satisfy? Okay? Because we need to write the question, I'm looking at the comments also, so sometimes the errors will be there. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, okay, just would this satisfy? 4 and 9, the value of x was 4 and the value of y was 9, so can we substitute? Y was 9 and they're saying y is greater than 2x plus 1, right? And x was 4. Is 9 greater than 8 plus 1? Is 9 greater than 9? Is the left hand side of the equation greater than the right hand side of the equation? It is not. They both are equal, right? So what we can say is this is a false statement. And if it is a false statement, that means it will not justify. Okay? Moving ahead to question number 3. Does the 0.69 satisfy the given inequality? I'll just copy question number 3. Okay, let's both be a little vigilant. I don't want that basic error anymore. I know 2 times 6 is 12. We wrote it 14. Okay, let's see this. This is given as 2x plus 19y is less than equals to 16, right? We have the value of x, that is 6, and the value of y would be 9. So can we substitute? 2 times x plus 19 times y should be less than equals to 16. Let's substitute. X was 6, y was 9. 12 plus 19 times 9 is 171. And they're saying this 171 plus 12 should be less than 16, right? 183. Is 183 equals to 16? No, it's not. Is it less than 16? No, it's not, right? So what we can say is this is a false statement, right? That means it does not. No, it does not, right? It does not justify. Okay. One more question. Very easy. Next one is question number 4 is very easy. Let's look at question number 4. They are saying, would it justify? Yes or no? Okay. Let's put it over here. Would it justify in question number 4? So what we can say is x was 7 and y was 1, right? We simply substitute the values. Is it true or is it false? Help me out with this. Question number 4. If we substitute the values of x and y into the inequality, is the coordinate 7, 1 a solution to this inequality? Is it? Yes or no? See, we say x was 7 plus y was given as 1, right? Which should be greater than or equals to 8. So it comes out to be 8 is greater than equals to 8. There are two conditions over here, right? And what are those two conditions? Right? First condition should be 8 is greater than 8. This is not true. But 8 is equal to 8, right? This is a true statement. That means, yes, it is a true statement. Out of these two conditions, one condition has to be true, right? So the remaining questions, please do try the remaining questions and complete the test. And if there is any concern, please go through the video lecture lesson, and best of luck. Have a nice day. Take care.